Hello and welcome to the KMTRADERS channel. We're looking at Ripple for this video. We're just going to look at some areas of where we believe the market is best to trade at. So obviously what we've seen earlier in the week, of last week, sorry, this huge drop, and unfortunately was not able to capitalize on that at all through the analysis that we provided. So the only obviously outcome is to see what we can do right now and make a picture, make a sense of what is actually happening. So judging off of what's actually happened right now, there is a temperament between obviously the buyers right now, because people are seeing that the coin has dropped so much and people are buying this a lot, and obviously this is ultimately the battle of between the bear and the bulls, right? So obviously the bears have won all of this amount of level, so the bulls have lost basically, and now there are a lot of buyers coming into play that believe that the price is pointing towards the upside, right? So with this indecision that we have right now, if you can see that we have basically a downside flag that we've got forming here. So with this formation, what we are key to look at is how it breaks out and which direction it breaks out, right? So if we get, so right now we're currently looking at a rejection to the downside here, but we'll picture out what the scenarios could look like. So if price is to push to the downside with a full closure, and ultimately if we can get below this level, so at 236,660, we could get a pullback to retest this, and then hopefully a push to the downside. So entry position would be roughly the touch of this uptrend that we got here, and basically the same thing for the reverse side. So if price is able to close above, potentially into this zone, and if we get a retest off of that, and then a push to the upside, then we could be looking for higher highs. So depending on which outcome occurs, just based on the trend and what's occurring, I believe it's likely that the downside momentum will continue to fall lower, and to see if we can test our weekly lows as well as our monthly lows as well. So depending on what happens, just be patient exactly of what direction you're choosing, and I believe when market consolidates like this, so that there is an indecision, it is pretty obvious when price is making the decision overall. So if we get a closure above this level, so that 24734, then we are looking potentially long. However, likewise, if we get a closure to the downside, we are looking at 23428. So if we get a closure down below, then we are continuing lower. So they're the two areas that I would be looking particularly at right now. So yeah, that would be all for Ripple. If any of our videos are providing some benefit to yourselves, make sure you are subscribing to our channel just for the future analysis. And then if you have any other questions, just go ahead and comment, or you can message us on our Twitter as well. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next week.